beautiful people. My name is Savannah Benner, and I'm a Washington, D.C. DMV native living in Paris, which makes me yet another American in Paris. Groundbreaking, I know. I moved here back in September 2020 to get my master's degree, and about a month into me living here, a certain American in Paris popped up and popped out with a Netflix original show. Emily in Paris Season 2 has arrived, and I thought it'd be fun to go back and rewatch the show from Season 1, Episode 1, all the way to Season 2, Episode 10, and just react and see if my experience still resembles hers, or my mindset and just overall viewpoint of living in Paris has changed completely. Like Emily, my last name is Cooper. I now have, a Navigo. I've survived confinement, dated a few Frenchmen along the way. So I feel like all these things give me great authority to comment on such a subject matter, all right? So welcome to Savvy Sees Paris with Emily. So be sure to like and follow for part 1. Bisous! Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah Benner by Savvy C, and welcome to Savvy Sees Paris with Emily, a series where I share my reactions to each episode of Emily in Paris as a fellow American living in Paris. Today's episode is all about Season 1, Episode 1, called, you guessed it, Emily in Paris.
In France, first the ground floor, then the first floor, then the second floor, and so on.
Thankfully, I knew about flooring before I got here, but things like 24-hour clocks, Celsius, order of dates, things like that are just things you learn once you get to Paris, once you move to France. Like the culture is just different.
Oh my god, I feel like Nicole Kidman in Moulin Rouge.
I call these wow, I live in Paris moments. I don't have them that much anymore than I lived here over a year, but when you first get here, you'll have them all the time of like, bro, like I really pulled this off. Like I live in Paris. What is life? And it is your life, so enjoy it. Take all the pictures, do all the things, make all the TikToks. Enjoy.
Are you hungry? Would you like to have a coffee or?
Oh, actually, I have to get to my office.
Oh.
I'm going to be working in this office.
Je vais travailler dans ce bureau.
It must have definitely happened to me, especially when I first got here. My French was so bad that I would just be like, bonjour, like try to start talking to them, and they would switch to English. That's how bad my French was. So just take it in strides. Don't beat yourself up, but this is definitely really true. And just have that Google Translate, DeepL Translate, whatever app you got to use. Keep that on you. Keep that thing on you. One thing about being single in Paris, you have to be secure with yourself. The amount of engagements I've seen, people making out, people holding hands, like it's everywhere. City of love, so it's everywhere. It's cute to an extent, especially when you're dating someone and you're in love yourself, but you really have to be secure with yourself. But it's okay. Hot girl lifestyle. Be okay with yourself. Love yourself.
Un pain au chocolat. Un, pas une. Un pain au chocolat.
Voilà, c'est la vérité. The French are really proud and really go hard for the language. There is a difference, masculine and feminine, with a lot of words in the French language, makes it so difficult, but so beautiful at the same time. So you will get corrected, but let the corrections correct you and take it with this grain of salt and don't let it hurt your feelings.
Okay, so here's my number. You're lonely, you text me, we have dinner. I'm good.
Okay. I think the Americans have the wrong balance. You live to work. We work to live.
Period. That's the biggest lesson I've learned since living in Paris. That's right there. They get in the show there, but they don't obviously, but they get in the show there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment below your thoughts and reactions to this episode, and follow for part 2. And until then, bisous. Bye. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy Sees Paris with Emily. Today's episode is all about Season 1, Episode 2, called Masculine, Feminine. So let's get into it. Yes, it did. Knock on wood. Father, Son, House of Gucci. This has never happened to me. However, there is dog poop, human poop, pee, literally everywhere. Paris is beautiful, but also very disgusting, and it can, stink sometimes. So just be careful where you walk you know, eyes down and up. Look, keep your head on a swivel.
Why did you come to Paris?
Why are you in Paris? What brought you to Paris? Do you like living in Paris? Questions I get all the time, 24/7. Just get used to it. And also it's kind of nice too, because it showed that my French was improving. Because I like can have the answers down pat, pas problem.
To Paris.
It's so fascinating how Paris can be so many different things for so many different people. Asking why you're in Paris, what brought you here, how long you've been here, what are you doing, etc. is always so fascinating because the answer, there's never two identical answers. Like it's always so different for everyone, and it's really cool to see.
Ugh, this steak isn't cooked at all. Excuse me, pardon, monsieur?
Yet I don't fly in Paris. I've noticed when there is like a slight issue or like a big issue with food, either to just replace the meal altogether or like have them add on to it. I've been out with friends who have and haven't been able to speak French to the waiter, and when they want to request something, they don't do it. Like they just completely shut down. But if you speak French to them and then kind of just offer like a solution, they'll meet you halfway.
I don't know how to do long distance.
One of the hardest pills to swallow about living in Paris as an American is the people and this relationships that you'll lose or just fall out of contact with once you get here. But with those lack of relationships that don't sustain themselves, you'll be surprised at which relationships do stay from back home and then the ones you'll meet once you're here. So just keep that in mind.
Not cut out for this city. You know, I thought it was going to be an adventure.
And it is.
I call this the "oh, I live here stage. It sets in, for me, it set in about 3-4 months in of just like, what am I doing here? Why did I leave everything I know? Why did I move to a country where I'm not fluent in the language? I don't know this, that, the third, I'm a foreigner. It sets in for everyone in some form or fashion, and it's more than worthwhile, more than relevant. But again, don't let it deter you, and just know that it's just part of your growth.
Paris is the most exciting city in the world. You never know what's gonna happen next.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment below your thoughts and reaction to this episode, and follow for part 3. And until then, bisous. Bye.
And I like American.
Excuse me?
Trigger! Trigger, go figure. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah by the internet. I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C's Paris with Emily. Today's episode is all about season 1, episode 3, called Sexy or Sexist. Let's get into it.
Where are you?
Jogging on the Seine.
Oh, it's gorgeous. You were living my life.
Excusez-moi, mademoiselle.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Emily, there's a man next to you who's exposing himself.
Emily? Oh my god!
The amount of men that pee in the city publicly is actually a problem. The most traumatic story, the most traumatic time I've seen it. I was at a metro stop by my school, so it's always like burned in my memory. I was just minding my little business, you know what I'm saying, trying to go home. And I like walk out onto like the platform before you get to the train. And I just turned left to see if the train was coming. And I see a man, a whole man, a human being, peeing in a corner. The worst part, he had a suitcase next to him. So it's like, I don't know if he was going to the airport, just came back, but like, you could have held it in. Surely you could have held it in.
Madame, the shower in my apartment just stopped working. Poof! Just like that. There's no more water.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites habillé dur comme ça, vous? Vous croyez au carnaval ou quoi?
I am très excitée to be here.
Excité? Really?
Deja vu. I literally had this exact same situation happen to me. I assume, you know, excited, excité. But no, not the case. Those are things called faux amis that look like one thing and there's something else. Fake friends, you know, in English. So you say, j'ai très hâte. I've learned that the hard way. So don't do as I say, not as I do.
What about the shower?
He needs a part, but it's not ordinary, so it could take a few days or a few weeks.
Look, you come to Paris, you walk into my office, you don't even bother to learn the language. You treat the city like it's your amusement park, and after a year of food, sex, wine, and maybe some culture, you'll go back from where you came. So, perhaps we'll work together, but no, we won't be friends.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment below your thoughts and reactions to this episode, and follow for part 4. And until then, bisous. Bye. Hello. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah by the internet, Edgar by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C's Paris with Emily. Today's episode is all about season 1, episode 4, called A Kiss is Just a Kiss. Or is it? All right, let's get into it.
Not nice to anyone. You're nice and French, and you speak English? Of course. I grew up watching American TV.
2 quick points on this. 1, rude French people or just rude people in general are just rude, period. I've had nothing but positive experiences. French people have been really welcoming and supportive of me since being here. And then 2, that's how a lot of people learn English, is just they grew up watching American TV shows, American movies, listening to songs, etc. And that's how their English is so good. Yeah, very true.
From the States, I live here now. Wow, I just heard myself say that out loud and I don't even believe me.
That moment is so surreal. It's just like, no, it should be DC. Like, I'm not a tourist. I'm not just passing through. Like, I properly live here, have like an apartment. Maybe or maybe not. Or she pays taxes. She works here, paid taxes. Like, you probably live here. Have a Navigo card. It's cool. It's a quite surreal moment when you say, no, I live at Paris.
What are you doing tonight? If it's Tuesday, it must be language class. I have a better idea for you.
Verbatim, this happened to me one time when I was sitting at, I don't know how to pronounce it properly, Tuileries. And this girl, she asked me to take a picture of her, realized she asked me in English. She intended up being from LA, but her boyfriend's French, and he had an art gallery exhibits, and she invited me to it, and have not seen her since her 3-month visa expired and lockdown happened. But this is very true of like people just meeting you on the spot, you hang out and just go from there. That's just, the magic of Paris.
Make a reservation at the Grand Four.
Okay.
Antoine?
No one can get in there last minute. It's impossible.
She hates me.
Wait.
For drinks, you can join us if you want, but I think you have better things to do.
Drinks, clubbing, dinner, always on the table when it comes to Paris, but be sure to not burn yourself out. So have those boundaries, say no, don't be afraid to say no, and still enjoy yourself and have fun. But too much fun can backfire, trust me. So say no, stay at home. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment below your thoughts and reaction to this episode, and follow along for part 5. And until then, bisous. Bye.
May I help you, Miss Emily in Paris?
Bonjour. Again, I'm really here to speak to Olivia.
No. If you want her attention, I suggest you post.
One thing I'm really thankful about living here and what Paris has taught me, I think it's not only as like a foreigner, but just as a young 20-something stepping out into my career for the first time now that I'm done with school, is you gotta hustle, okay? I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know you gotta hustle and make moves for yourself. You have to make opportunities. And I'm really thankful for my life going forward, however long I'll live in Paris, that this city taught me that you have to really go out and make things happen, just like Miss Emily did. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah by the internet, Edgar by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C's Paris with Emily. Today's episode is all about season 1, episode 5, called For Ami. Let's get into it.
It's her shit. I know. She can't force you to delete your social media.
Do all of this at least once. As corny as you want to be, as tourist as you want to be, take all the pictures, have that main character, that girl, it moments in Paris, especially when you first get here. I feel like I'm sounding like a broken record when I say this, but just do it, enjoy it. One of my favorite things to do when, I want to have a main character energy moment, but my bank account isn't giving main character energy. I just walk in window shop Champs-Élysées or like Avenue Montaigne, or go to Place Vendôme or any place around the city and just take pictures and really just romanticize your life and just be present and know that you live in this beautiful, incredible city. So definitely 10 out of 10 recommend this. So much fun to do, especially too if you're like a little buzzed with some friends. So much fun to do. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and comment down below your thoughts and reactions to this episode, and follow along for part 6. And until then, bisous. Bye.
I don't care about the bets. I just wanted to keep talking to you.
Well,
we could talk someplace else.
Love bombing. Say it with me. Love bombing. Oh my goodness. If it's too much, too fast, run. If you don't feel comfortable with it, run. I feel like Frenchmen, compared to the men in the States, like I just feel like it's just so common here. Like they'll want to buy you everything. They'll be really affectionate. They'll just be really accessible to you, want to like talk to you, see you, be physically around you every single day. And it's all of that in the beginning, and they either like turn it into control or they'll just like ghost you. So again, if you don't feel comfortable with it, if it feels off, trust your intuition and keep pushing. But yeah, that is very common here, just like a lot of love bombing. Hello beautiful people, my name is Savannah by internet. I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C's Paris with Emily. Today's episode is all about season 1, episode 6, called Regards, aka You're Basic. Let's get into it. Facts. Paris has some thin walls. I've heard Birds and the Bees. I've heard people watching TV. They never above me. They have great music taste, so I hear the music a lot, but it doesn't bother me because it's great. I appreciate it, but this is very, very true. Paris walls are paper thin. La vie en rose.
Did you both grow up in the city?
No,
Gabriel's from Normandy.
I grew up on a farm in Brion.
His whole family raised money so he could attend cooking school here. They're so proud of my guy.
Oh, I love that.
Well, the two of you have something in common. Neither from Paris.
Parisian superiority. See how these are two other whole French people, and this guy who's born and raised in Paris doesn't even see them as equal. I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to hack it. Still trying to find the code. Let me know in the comments if you have a theory, or if you have, maybe if you're a Parisian yourself, or if you've been here long enough as a foreigner, you put 2 and 2 together. But there is something to that, of like Parisian superiority. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment below your thoughts and reactions to this episode, and follow along for part 7. And until then, bisous. Bye.
Bonsoir, bucket hat.
Hello beautiful people, my name is Savannah by internet. I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C's Paris with Emily. Today's episode is all about season 1, episode 7, called French Ending. Let's get into it.
Ooh, is it a work trip or a girls trip?
Not realistic. Women in this city, and I have now adopted it, living here over here, wear thick heels. So don't wear like your little stiletto pumps in the club. Wear like thick chunky heels, because of, you know, areas like that where it's just like cobblestone, or with the construction around the city being so rampant, you can like step in, you know.
American romantic comedies, they're so dishonest. He would like more of a French ending.
Which is what?
Tragic.
Very true. We talked about this in one of my classes. The start and the root of like American cinema and Hollywood is based off of escapism, entertainment, and being like a tool of soft power, versus in France and with the French viewing it as more of a way to like express and share a message and get across to a vast group of people through a medium. So that's kind of where the cultural difference is. Ah, yes. Clubbing in Paris. Where to begin? Well, one, this could be its own series within itself, my goodness. But let me try to keep this as brief as possible. When it comes to Paris as a city, it's really big on exclusivity and luxury and, you know, selling this image. And that definitely spills over into nightlife and the club scene here. To get into any place, if you don't know a promoter or a bouncer or anything, you're gonna have to pay 20 euros. I have been #blessed. I was in House of Gucci, thank you, Jesus, to never have to pay. And I just met promoters through people. So I'd say, since you're already on TikTok, already on this app, use social media, use TikTok, use Instagram, meet with promoters that way. If you're a woman, you have to wear heels. You have to wear heels. Like, I've literally seen like blonde French women get turned away at the door because they were wearing flats. Like, or just, I think she was wearing sneakers, but it doesn't matter. Like, you have to wear heels. That's non-negotiable. They smoke inside, like cigarettes, not just like hookah weed. Like, proper cigarettes are smoked inside as well. So keep that in mind. You're gonna get, oof, it's a lot after a while. Your hair gonna smell a lot when you get home. And they have a lot of vodka cranberries, a lot of tequila. So that's the big drinks that like they offer bottle service for. And lastly, you should too, partying till the sun comes up. Just do it once. Party like all the way through when the metros reopen for the day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment below your thoughts and reactions to this episode, and follow along for part 8. And until then, bisous. Bye. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah, but internet I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C's Paris with Emily. Today's episode is all about season 1, episode 8, called Family Affair.
Ooh, your friends are wild. Maybe too wild. Here, you should drink some more water. Water? We're in Paris, bitch.
Very true. Most people in like big clubs by like the 8th, 16th, like Champs-Elysees area are predominantly, can I say that predominantly? Most of them are people just visiting for the weekend, like less than 72 hours. So they're gonna just spend and live out this full Parisian fantasy. But it's fun though, because one, they don't live here, and two, they're just like down to have a good time, and they're pretty generous as well. So, you know, pop in, say hey, take a little shot with them. Rest is history. For those who live in Paris, make sure at least once a quarter, if you can, ideally more than that, but at least once a quarter, take day trips outside of Paris. This country, France, is beautiful and has so much more to offer than just like the south of France and Paris. So really explore and see it. I went on a date and we went to Chantilly, which is like an hour north of Paris, and it was beautiful. One of the best dates I've ever been on, and it was a nice like refresher and just bring me back to earth, because Paris, you know, the hustle and bustle can keep you not so grounded.
Model after Marie Antoinette's breasts. They are the ideal size and shape to deliver pleasure.
Okay, I feel like TikTok's really strict on what they allow to post, so I'll just voice over it. But I feel like from jump, I remember what happens in this episode. The fact that he's really eager, and she never asks his age. I'm like, it's some red flags or concerns. But always ask with these men. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and comment below your thoughts and reaction to this episode, and follow along for part 9. And until then, bisous. Bye.
So good.
It's my favorite crêpe stand in Paris.
It's funny how every culture has its pancake.
This is such a fun, easy vibe to like catch and just see where the night takes you. Get some street food. It can be a crepe, kebab, maybe some ice cream, a merino, like gelato, and just walk around the city at night. It's so much fun. I highly recommend. 10 out of 10 recommend. You must do this while you live in Paris. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah, but internet I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C's Paris with Emily. Today's episode is all about season 1, episode 9, called An American Auction in Paris. Let's go.
Thank you so much for meeting me, hon. Hey, are you familiar with the American Friends of the Louvre?
Google it. But to be honest, it's just so nice to sit down with an American friend of anything.
Oh, don't I know? Sometimes I just long to hear that R sound.
Oh, I know. It's like the French R can't be bothered to come out of their mouth.
I can relate to this. This might be a one-on-one experience, so very true. My name is Mademoiselle Couper, Savannah Couper. I like it though. It's grown on me. I don't mind it. It's so refreshing and nice hanging out with fellow Americans living out loud. But I will say that at the same token, don't solely hang out with fellow Americans. Like, meet French people, meet people from all over the world that live here, and have your experience be more rich.
You think you know Sylvie?
I love when French people say like, it's just they say at the end of their sentences, and it just cracks me up. I just love how they do it. Like, they'll say that, they'll be like, oh, or they'll be like, okay. I love that. Like the little, how do you call those, idioms? No. What are those called? I don't know, but those little like verbal cues. I love when French people do that. It cracks me up. It's so funny to me. I love it.
Thanks for checking in on me.
Of course, I hope the rest of your day doesn't make the news.
Oh. You guys just kiss so much here.
Not agreed, but I could relate fully. I'll never forget, I went to hug a French person. They were like, what the, you remember that meme? It was like a Vine from like way back in the day. She's like, I don't know what you thought. This was weird. I've done that before. It was very that energy. They was like, why are you hugging me? Which is so interesting to me because like I feel like la bise is far more intimate than like a hug. But I guess not in French culture. If you're French, comment below. Tell me why. Dis-moi dans les commentaires, s'il vous plaît. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment below your thoughts and reactions to this episode, and follow along for part 10, which will mark the season 1 finale. But until then, bisous. Bye.
Well, she's not going to Normandy, and I'm not staying in Paris, so we will just go our own ways.
Question for you guys watching. Would you move to another city or another country for your partner? Or if you have, let me know how it was. I'm curious. I don't know if I would. I really don't know at this stage. I'm 23. I don't know if I would or not. But let me know in the comments if you have done it or if you would be willing to do it and why or why not. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah, better internet. I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C's Paris with Emily. Today's episode is all about the season 1 finale called Cancel Couture. So basically, Chanel advent calendar. That's the vibes I'm getting. Let's get into it.
I love fashion, but God, I hate Paris Fashion Week. On n'a pas encore commandé. Yeah, I'm not loving it either.
This is very true. When Paris Fashion Week is here, the city is packed. But it's also like exciting because like you feel the energy, you know, people around. This past Paris Fashion Week, I saw Avon Jogia from Victorious with Zoe. Shall see if you're watching. Hey girl. And that's really it for celebrities I've seen thus far. But it's exciting. It's a new air. You know, you can tell me I was riding to school in the metro in the afternoon, and you would see people like stop by stop, get on or get off, and I was like, ooh, I'm a serial girl. Like, tell Olivier, say hey. You know, you can tell. 10 out of 10 recommend taking a boat cruise on the Seine. They have like party ones, you can like rent out one kind of like this for pretty cheap. I've never done it myself. The one I did was with my school, so they covered the finances, but it is a great experience. Get it, have fun, experience it. Ooh, take all the pictures, enjoy.
Would like to celebrate with you properly. Have you ever been to, say, Saint-Tropez?
Relatable. I was invited to go to Ibiza, and guys, I didn't go. I was gonna be responsible and stay in Paris and go to my internship in the office. Regrets. Actually, no. It probably was for the best that I stayed here. Cause I don't know what I would have gotten into if I went there. But you know, you think, and you're like, what could have happened? Dun dun dun. Et voilà, c'est fini pour la première saison de Emily in Paris. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and comment down below your thoughts on this season, on this particular episode, and your predictions for season 2 if you haven't already watched it. And yeah, be sure to follow along, and I'll do this again for season 2. Until then, bisous!